Alright, welcome back to part 3 of this video. Some parts came in, still waiting on a few, so I'm going to go ahead and put a part 3 out. So my bogey wheels came, last ones I'm waiting on here. I got 4 Repro mud flaps, flexible. They're very nice, easy to put on. And then still waiting on the antennas, smoke grenade tubes or launchers, and the tow rope. But I'm going to go ahead and put the bogey wheels on, get this thing completely working, take the side covers off, remove the screw I put in there, and lose it. Slot that on. Easier if you leave the screw a little bit out. Push it through. Snug it down. Make sure the pin's to the outside. It's the hardest part, sliding them on under that little lip. Getting it around that little channel in the wheels. There we go. Work it around into the channel. And test it. Both sides working. Put the side cover back on. Super simple. Get this piece out. I don't throw pieces away. You never know why you may need something down the road. So the mud flaps, put these on, slide them in the front. Bought those off eBay. Looks like it's from Long Tech Inc. off eBay. There's a couple options on these mud flaps. Oops. A couple options on these mud flaps, but I like the way theirs was flexible. A lot of them look rigid or fake. These look a lot like the original ones that was on here. Slide those up and over. I can see why these are easily lost. And the side cover. There we go. Mud flaps on the front. Mud flaps on the rear. The antennas and the other stuff that should be here in the next day or two. So basically what I got left here, besides the decals, they'll be coming from Toy Hacks in the next week or two. I'll make that an individual video. I need to put a little post right here in that place. I'll probably drill that out, shove a piece of Lego down there, color match the paint. Alright, I'm gonna got a piece of gray Lego, Looks to be the same size as the original. And a drill bit to match. So I'm going to go ahead and drill that out. Could glue it on, but sinking it in the plastic's definitely the better option. Let's make sure you line up the first drill hole. So you're in the center. Could take that piece off, but it actually holds it better. I have a pin vise, but like I said, these drill bits, my big hands, I can grip them pretty good. I'm not going to go too deep with it, just enough to sit it down in there. Cut it to length. I'll match the color the best I can. It gives it a place to hold that tow rope. It's holding without any glue. I'm definitely going to put a dab of super glue in there. Maybe a little deeper. I don't want to go through the back side, and I kind of feel it coming through. Got my finger underneath it to give it support, but also to feel, if I feel the plastic lifting a little. That's about as deep as I can go there. Go get a file. I'm going to clean that up. Drop that down in the hole. Super glue it, cut it to length, and paint match it. Alright, got a little file and my nippers. Clean up that hole. Get some of the plastic shards off of it. It's not rocket science, it just kind of holds that tow cable. Push it down in there. You could use a ruler, but you can use this file just the same. Cut it a little longer. I can always shorten it, make it easier to get the correct distance on it. Keep that piece. Definitely too long, but now I can actually match it better. A little bit shorter. File it down a little, clean it up. Probably use the cut end down in the hole. It's pretty close, maybe a little bit more. So I like cutting it a little longer, working it down. Always take it off, can't put it back on. There we go. Perfect. Even without super glue it's holding, but I'm going to go get the super glue, put a dab in there, let it set up a little bit. Alright, got some Loctite super glue. pull that pin out. It doesn't take much, just a little dab down in the hole. Clean that tip up on that. Shove it down in. Could have used plastic weld, but for sticking them down in the hole like that, super glue is probably a better option. Alright, just got back from Walmart. Of course, they didn't have the right color, so I took one of the engine covers and took it in the color match. They had a color called cinnamon. It was almost completely the same, but of course that was out. The only way I knew it was close because they had on the end cap thing there, the color samples by the UPCs. But they did have, let's see, classic caramel and nutmeg brown. So I'm gonna have to mix those together and kind of come up with a color here that matches. Went ahead and put some of the khaki mixed with a little black and a little bit of antique white on there. Didn't match up right, but it's a good base coat. Go ahead and open these up. So I'm going to add a little classic caramel. It's pretty close, it's just a little bit lighter. Sure, this was a different color when it came out. It's kind of faded with age. Or yellowed more than the khaki color it was. Put a little bit of that brown in there. The nutmeg. Maybe. Go ahead and mix those. Really a shame they didn't have the right color. A little darker than I want. A little bit more of the classic. Pretty close. Like I said, this is just for this little post, so it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. You put the tow hook on there, you'll never see this again. It's pretty close. Definitely wouldn't win a model building contest with this color. Set that to the side. Get paint everywhere. We got the pin. Let that dry. Probably put another coat on there, so I'll leave that sitting. Let it dry. Pretty happy with that. That's gonna work good. Like I said, I don't buy parts if I don't have to buy parts. In this case, I was able to fix it with a piece of Lego I already had, small drill bit, some super glue, and some cheap paint. This paint's like 58 cents to $1 at Walmart. It's acrylic paint, so like I said, if you're going to do this, there's a color called cinnamon. It is identical match. I mean, when I took that engine cover and held it up to that little thing, it was perfectly the same color, and it was out of stock. But that'll do right there. You'll never know that was even repaired. And I'll let that dry, put another coat on it, and get back to this video when my other parts come in tomorrow or the next day, and then I'll upload it. Alright, so got my parts from Action Figure 3D Parts off eBay. Got the long antenna, short antenna, the smoke grenade tubes, the tow cable, and I picked up a bogey wheel from a local toy store. So I'll put the bogey wheel on. Go ahead and put the tow cable on. Fits pretty nice. So the long one goes on this side. Short one goes on this side. It's a little loose. I might have to build that up a little bit. The smoke grenade tubes, I don't think it matters which side they go on. Yep, I'm going to have to tighten that one up. That's fairly loose. Part of being 3D versus original. Like I said, I'll pick up the original parts when I see them. Not no big hurry, it's just going to be a display piece, but there we go. So that'll be the end of this video. I got a the decals from Toy Hacks coming. Not sure when they're going to show up. Sent from Europe, so normally about 3 or 4 weeks when I get them. But I'll get those in the next video. I'll decal it, and we'll call this one a wrap. Alright, thanks for watching.